Do we curse? We can't curse.
We can curse.
Oh, because I fuck up a lot. I am a klutz.
Me too.
And the amount of things that happened to me just before recording is ridiculous.
You have to tell me.
It's ridiculous. I once was recording and suddenly I forgot to close the door because this is the area here. There's like a balcony. So there's a door right there. I forgot to close the door. The biggest fly
no
I've ever seen in my life decided to fly and just buzz right here.
I hate that.
And I was like, why?
How dare you tell me you're dying when you just told me you were at 100%, you jerk? We'll see how this goes. My headphone's just like, beep, 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 and I'm like, why?
Oh, no. I plugged in my phone as camera. And I was like, you better survive.
You better fix my whole life.
Because I'm not... I had that happen to one of my first recordings when I was doing the Bookish Anime Lovers with my first ever author. Camera decided to say, okay, bye.
I've like taken them off the air, but you should see the OG, not Basically Unbothered, but Saltfish and Side-Eye. By the way, it was such a beautiful name for two island girls, Saltfish and Side-Eye.
It is technically the best name for two island girls.
So perfect. And honestly, I've taken it off of air just because like I don't, when people find Basically Unbothered now, because I just use the same domain. Like there's no point in me changing this. But like I one day hope we can bring it back because I loved, like I spent time doing the design and everything for Saltfish and Side-Eye, and it was like we were talking about, like it's beautiful, like yellow and orange colors, and it was sky,
island mango colors.
Yeah, hold on, God. I'm gonna see if I can find. So we're gonna run our intro, but I'm gonna show you the old Saltfish and Side-Eye intro, and then we'll run the actual intro. So this is the old Saltfish and Side-Eye intro. I'm dead. All designed by me.
Amaze Boss. This just the side. This is terrible, and the witchy laugh.
She has the best laugh. Oh my gosh, I like miss that the most about us like talking to each other. She has the best maniacal, evil, witchy laugh. And I was like, I knew we had to have it for the podcast. And so I messaged her and I was like, I need you just to send me like audio clips of you laughing. She's like, I can't do it on cue. I was like, I'm gonna need you to figure it out. We got to get it in the podcast intro.
Stop. Put your recorder on. Watch something funny. Like,
yeah. And just get it.
Come on. You got this.
And she, so it's also her saying like, that's diabolical. Like she served everything. I loved it. But let's get into our actual intro so we can get into everything else. Let's go. I'm dead. That last part is so loud every single time. Hello. And welcome back to another episode of Basically Unbothered. Hi, bunnies. Today we are joined by Mel, or ArtRogueMel. Thank you so much for coming onto my podcast.
Glad to be here. I had so much fun recording ours. I was like, I need to speak to Blake again because I feel like I found that other island person.
Yes.
That also know the stuff because that's hard, like finding island people who also like the niche stuff that
it's especially finding island people that like the niche stuff that you like not on island.
That also
like that's so it's like
because we're also very far apart. At least on island for you is still closer than on island for me. You are still in time zone.
I'm most of the time. You're in a whole another universe.
Across the ponds. Okay. I don't exist for those people. until it's Christmas and New Year's, and you gotta call them.
And yeah. It's so funny because so we have daylight savings time, which I really just want to fucking end. I hate daylight savings time, but it's the only so like half of the year I'm on time with St. Thomas, right? And like it's the wrong half of the year, let me tell you.
Is it the summertime? Yeah.
And so right around November, we go an hour behind.
Yeah.
So now, like Christmas, especially New Year's, we got to go island New Year's and then celebrate New Year's. So then we're celebrating New Year's, but the TV's not celebrating New Year's on TV. So then we would celebrate, like when we would be in St. Thomas, right? And me and my brother, because me and my brother went so much, especially when we were our cousins are broken up into like threes. So it's the oldest three cousins, me and my brother in the middle, and our two younger cousins in the back. So me and my brother were like the youngest for like a hot minute till I was about to be in high school. Like we were the youngest for a good long time. My two younger cousins, and I love them, Oba and Josiah, if you ever hear this, I love you so much. Pero, you destroyed my life.
Not you destroyed my life. Wow.
No,
that is so island also though. That's so island. You're like, it's from 0 to 100.
Yeah, like I went from being a baby and getting whatever I wanted, and then all of a sudden...
You're middle now.
I'm middle. My Christmas gifts shift. My attention shifts.
Yep.
What do you mean? I was like, I wasn't prepared for this. And then all at that same time, I was like getting into my older years and everybody's like, oh, she's a girl. So we got to start buying her like smell goods and lip gloss. And I remember my little ungrateful ass one year crying to my mom after, like I would never do it in front of my family members. I don't want to
die.
Yeah, I don't want to die that day. I don't want to get cussed. So, but afterwards crying to my mom, I'd just be like, do they not know me? And my mom's like, sweetie, like, and this is before like it was normal to send out lists of things that you wanted for Christmas. And so she's like, you're just becoming a young woman now, and young women usually want these things, and that's what they're going to give you. And I'm like, I wanted video games like my brother. She's like, but I got you a video game. I was like, that doesn't matter.
Oof, that does not matter. You were bold.
I need you to know, I'm the oldest, so I have to be very... Like, you know, island oldest, you have to be very put together. Your family depends on you so heavy. When people talk...
Child also, so...
Yeah. And like my mom doesn't... So my mom's not the oldest in her family. And so she thinks in like her mind that because we lived in Michigan and like in the States, the culture didn't carry over, but it very much did.
It does carry over. It doesn't matter where you are.
No.
It carries over.
So the way that I'm like... the second mom and my family,
everybody,
of everyone. Like, what do you, even my friends now? My friends are like, "Why are you so much this way?" I'm the oldest in an island family. What do you? I mean, I'm over, and then my mom, she lives in St. Thomas, so she doesn't lock her doors.
She's living a good life of not having to worry.
So when we come here, I'm like, Mom, we got like I used to, and I still do this sometimes because sometimes I don't want to put that out in the universe, but let's just say sometimes I got to check behind her.
Yeah, I got you.
To make sure that everything is nice, like locked in. And then she'll make fun of me because I'll lock her. So she has a garage door. I watch true crime all the time. She has a garage door and then she has the door that leads into the mudroom. So the garage is always closed. But I make sure that the garage door, like the door that leaves, and she's like, it's so silly because I know when you're here. I was like, no, we're not playing any games. Nobody about to come into this house. Nobody's coming into, no, I don't. But there's a huge difference. And I didn't understand it growing up because it was never like explained to me. No. And I didn't grow up around people from the islands. Yeah, and so they're like,
that's just where we differ just a bit.
Yeah.
Your experience sounds a lot like mine in a way that, you know, I go around, you know, reminding my mom this have to be done, but also having to not do it in a way that sounds like I'm telling her what to do. Cause that's also
I tell issue. So like the like mixed culture part of me I tell all my parents what to do. I tell them what to do all the time. What do you mean? I tell my mom all the time what to do. I tell my dad all the time what to do. And they're just like, and everybody just accepts it now.
Yeah, I mean, now is.
No, yeah, no. When I was a kid, they're just like, what are you doing? And I was like, no, this needs to be this way. This needs to be this way. This needs to be this way. Julie needs to get to school at this time. And they're like, can you chill? No, actually.
Actually not, because it seems like my parents are unhinged when it comes to forget. No.
Oh,
I couldn't do that. I had to tactically make it known that things need to be done this certain way.
Mm-hmm.
That it looks like I'm not telling her, but that I'm just letting her know that this is the way she always does it. So we got to, follow these. Look, the way people don't understand being eldest child.
I'm dead.
Quick interruption before we get back to the chaos. You know how every recommendation list somehow ends up being the exact same books? Yeah, we're not doing that. That's why I opened Blake's Indie Author Bookstore, an online bookstore dedicated to indie authors and the stories that deserve a whole lot more attention. I spend my time finding books from independent authors so you don't have to scroll for hours hoping that the algorithm gets it right. Whether you're looking for romance, fantasy, sci-fi, thriller, or something that completely surprises you, there's a good chance your next favorite book isn't sitting on the front table of a big box bookstore. It's sitting in an indie author's catalog waiting to be discovered. So if you're ready to read outside the bestseller bubble, visit Blake's Indie Author Bookstore and see what you have been missing. Because around here, indie stories find their readers. What if the problem isn't that you need to work harder, plan better, or somehow become an even more optimized version of yourself? What if you're just exhausted from living in survival mode? If you're a high-achieving woman, entrepreneur, or navigating a career transition and you're ready to break free from systematic burnout, hypervigilance, and the constant pressure to perform, Thoughtful Thorough's 3-month mentorship might be exactly what you need. This is a one-on-one mentorship designed to help you move beyond the usual make a vision board and drink water approach to self-care. We're talking intuitive strategy paired with deep somatic spiritual practices, including psychic work, theta healing, Sekam Reiki, breath work, and yoga. The goal? To help you unpack those subconscious contracts you've inherited around fear and productivity, step out of survival mode, and create a deeper sense of nervous system safety. Because you deserve to lead, create, work, rest, and exist without feeling like your worth depends on how much you accomplish. If you're ready to stop performing your way through life and start building one that actually feels like yours, visit thoughtfulthorough.com and book your free consultation. You'll fill out a quick intake form, and from there, you can explore whether the mentorship is the right fit for you. That's Thoughtful Thorough, and honestly, your nervous system has been waiting for this meeting. All right, hopping off of that for a second and into our pop culture roundup.
Yes.
Our first topic is Zendaya, the queen. The queen that she is reported to be the highest grossing actor, not actress, actor, in all of 2026.
And yes, she should. She been acting hard.
She been not only that, but like the biggest fuck you is to think of like 2 of her big top movies.
She's right back to back.
They're back to back, but she's
I forgot because I haven't seen
Spider-Man.
No,
I was about to be The Odyssey.
Yes, the Odyssey.
She was like, "What? How dare you insult me, though?"
Yeah, excuse me. Spider?
I haven't seen Spider-Man. I'm so nervous. Okay.
Go. I also was very much apprehensive because I was getting Marvel fatigue.
I have a big Marvel fatigue.
Close. Think of it. Don't even think of it as Marvel.
Yeah.
Just go to it as a Spider-Man movie and you will not be disappointed.
See, my thing is that, like, this is why I don't watch endings to things, right? Have I watched? You know, I love Sailor Moon. I have not fucking watched the end.
You haven't finished this.
I know how it ends. I know how it ends.
But you haven't watched it.
No, I don't want it to end. I refuse to watch it. There was like a rumor that there was going to be Sailor Moon back in 2027, but then everybody's like, it's just a rumor. And I'm like, how do we make this bitch real? Because if you bought all these other ones back, I'm going to need you to, because whatever anime that you left us with when Toei took over is terrible. So I'm going to need you to do all the classic ones.
Yeah, revamp it all, please. If you're going to start from scratch.
Like I mean, you could take out some of the filler episodes, but as much as the OG didn't fully follow the manga the same way, it's so like ingrained in my heart that I need you to just redo it and redo it the way it was in the 90s.
Yes. With the old cut faces.
Yes, I just and keep the script, like sometimes, because Rurouni Kenshin got a voice over, like the one I was telling you about, it got a voice redo just like Sailor Moon did, and it was kind of the same where they didn't keep the voices and they didn't keep the dialogue the same, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Keep the dialogue the same. I want to be able to mouth every single word of every single
I just wanted
episode.
to look prettier. That's it.
That's it.
We didn't need a revamp of the story. The story was great. The story the stuff needed cleaning up.
Just give me that. You could add some new voice actors. I'm okay with that, but like, just give me the story again. But my problem is that for me, what is it? Not Infinity Wars. What was the last one of the Avengers? Crap.
The last Avengers?
Endgame.
Yes.
Endgame was the end for me, and it hurt.
You never went back?
No, I watched Endgame. It hurt. Okay. So I've seen another Spider-Man. I've seen the Thor, and I only watched the other Thor simply because Natalie Portman, and I was really pissed how they did it. It could have been way better, but I love Natalie Portman, and they did her so wrong in the second Thor, so I had to run that back.
You wanted to make sure to see if it got better, but
no. It didn't. I love Black Widow. Big fuck you to anyone who didn't love that movie. I love that movie. And then I Spider-Man. And then I watched some of them. WandaVision I watched, but for me, the MCU died. So when all these new movies, no, it died with Endgame. And so all these new movies and characters are coming, and I'm like, guys, I emotionally ended it.
Yeah. I agree.
I've grieved it. You killed my favorite fucking character.
He said I was done with y'all.
You killed my favorite fucking character. And on top of that, you only mourn the narcissistic character that caused everything to happen anyways, because I have a thing with Iron Man. I don't even want to start. That's a whole nother.
That's a whole
episode.
Just why Iron Man? Literally, that's the name of the episode.
I just but you grieve him, but you don't grieve Black Widow at all. And to be clear, had she not sacrificed herself,
don't grieve the
Gamora.
None of those people who made
none of the women.
None
of the women. And we just accepted, okay, so I haven't even seen the new Guardians. Oh, okay, well, Gamora's back because she came back from the old version she stayed in. I'm like, this is stupid. I can't. So I did watch the Spider-Man afterwards, right? And it was so good. And it was, to me, like, Zendaya was amazing in it. It was peak her and Tom Holland together. It was peak storytelling. What do you mean that we followed this 3-act structure in a 3-act structure while we have 3 Spider-Mans and 3 villains
running around?
It was brilliant. Yeah. And so now I'm like, but then to me, Spider-Man, it ended. You know, he said goodbye to all of his friends and it ended. So now I got to go sit there and be fucking sad because.
Yeah, it's going to, yes, it's going to be.
Just tell me how
it's going to be
ends.
sad. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad. I'll give you that. It's going to be sad. But.
Okay, I'm watching it at home.
It's also really good. It's also really good.
So that's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I feel you though. I feel you. I wasn't gonna see it either because I had the same thing. Like okay, I'm grieving his loss of all of his people. That's and that's
like that's it for me.
But my friend was like, "Come with me. We're going to an early morning show. The theater's gonna be empty. We're gonna just chill. We could, chillax." But we went in the summer, and early morning shows in the summer is not as empty as regular days.
Mm-mm.
So, but we were staring at each other afterwards going, what? What?
Look, I have severe depression. I don't need anything else to make me sad. But I do love this about Zendaya and how she's like changing she's like changing the game of the whole patriarchy in the male field, right? So like, remember how men would just get paid so much money to show their face
just to
for 5 seconds?
Just for a cameo. A cameo.
A very brief cameo. And now she's giving the same energy and everybody is upset. And I'm like, I need you to
she's actually good at what she does. Like,
they're so somebody got mad because Zendaya made more than the Punisher. And they were like, the Punisher was in 30 minutes of the movie and she was in 15 minutes of the movie. And so a man said this, obviously. So then a woman comments and says, maybe it's because you call him the Punisher and you call her Zendaya.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh,
exactly.
They're
playing the character. They're playing the actress.
Yeah, like you love Zendaya so much that you forget that her character is actually MJ.
Yes.
In the movie. But there's also this beautiful thing that happened that I really loved. So you have I believe it's her first movie that came out was like it was with her and Robert Pattinson, right? So her and Robert Pattinson are in a movie together. Then her and Tom Holland are in a movie together. Then Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland, Zendaya, all in a movie together. And it's like sick, right? So they're basically looking at each other like, oh, we finished our press tour. See you in 3 months.
Yeah, see you. We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back from our press tour. So I'm excited that she did this. It's a big.
No, go ahead. Also, how do you say? Not only is she a actress, because she actually, you're feeling this when you're watching her. You're feeling the stuff she's trying to emote. You're seeing it in her face. So she's skillful. She's not just like when people say, "Oh, she's just a pretty face," and I'm like, you haven't watched the movies then? Are you actually watching the movies?
Have you seen Euphoria?
Like, are you watching her? Are you watching her shows? Are you watching her act? Are you just so blinded by her beauty? Yeah, and that's a you thing. That's not a you thing. Her thing.
So my biggest, I love Zendaya, and a lot of people forget that Zendaya can sing, and they just pretend like The Greatest Showman ever never existed. And for those people, fuck you, because that was a great movie and a great musical.
I haven't watched it.
You have to. I didn't want to watch it for so long. Musicals I'm just so nervous at musicals because I love them and I don't want to be disappointed.
That's it. That's one of the reasons I have not watched it. But I have ran that album when it came out into the ground.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the movie, but I can sing you the songs.
It's a really good feel good movie. It does make you feel really, really good. But so I was really pissed because Zendaya was originally in talks with Disney to be the Little Mermaid. And obviously we know that it didn't go Zendaya's way. And I have issues with that specifically. But my other issue is like, as an island girl, if it wasn't going to be Zendaya, because Zendaya has this beautiful ambiguity to her, like culturally, that she can pop into so many different roles and you would really believe that she is of that culture, which I love. I would have loved the person who played Little Mermaid to go to an Afro-Caribbean woman. That would have been cool.
That would have been, yes, because that would have been also a very interesting twist to the story. Because I didn't, okay, so I didn't watch The Little Mermaid.
The live action?
Yeah.
Honey, I didn't either.
Bad. I'm very bad with live actions.
I heard it was terrible.
I'm very bad with live actions. I'm still getting over a bunch of anime live actions. So the Disney live actions have put me so off.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Lion King's live action until my friend took me for the rewatch. I walked out of that like,
my biggest irritation. So like I love film. I dissect it for like, I used to be a filmmaker, so I love dissecting films. I love seeing what works and what doesn't. My biggest irritation is Donald Glover is a fantastic actor, right? His acting in that movie was terrible, and I ruminated on it for a really long time. And then I found this thing that some actors and actresses have to down act so they don't outshine their person that they're playing with.
Yeah.
So because Beyonce can't act, he had to down act.
He had to bring it down so that they still could cohese as yes.
And let me tell you, Beyonce that was my biggest, like I guess everybody has their biggest appointment. Beyonce playing Nala was the saddest thing for me. Damn. I love Nala. The Lion King 1 and 2 are my favorite Disney movies of all time.
I can see that.
And like specifically Lion King 2. But like to lose and The Little Mermaid's 1 second. And for both of these to be casted in a way that both persons don't even understand. Like to me, even if it's live action, you have to have an understanding of musical theater. And neither of those people really had a full understanding of musical theater and how to. I think
half of the cast didn't know what the book.
Well, half of the cast in The Lion King did though. Like that's the.
No, but I mean on The Little Mermaid.
Oh no, no, half of the cast. But okay, we're getting off subjects. Back to Zendaya. I do want to see the Odyssey, but I do love that like for all of us, Black girlies, that we are seen as she outshone everybody, regardless of race, gender, whatever.
She ran there and she did it. Yeah. And she's doing it.
She keeps doing it. She keeps doing it in fashion. Her fashion looks are everything. Law Roach gets her dresses straight off of runways. Have you seen that?
Yeah. They're together. They are a fashion machine.
Yeah.
Those two. When they get together and come up with her stuff for the runways, for the shows, and especially for the movie premieres.
Oh my God.
Now I'll be there. I remember the times where I don't watch or follow a bunch of stars or movie star, whatever. I don't, but like every time she pops up on my feed, I stop.
Yeah.
I stopped scrolling because I'm like, damn, that outfit, the way she's carrying it, the thing. How did they think to put that on her? Like, how is she walking in that? Like, all the questions start rolling out.
Every time. She does. I think that's the most important thing is that she just does it and it all seems effortless. But then when you see her, so then you would have this image of her being like, so, and like, you'd be like, oh, she's so stush or whatever. Right. But then you see her outside and she's in like khakis and a large man's tee.
I would like to be comfortable.
Yes. Yeah. She's not showing up outside of her runway appearances looking like a fashion icon. She's in normal, regular clothes. And then she just pops on your screen as a fashion icon. And that I envy. When I become well known, that's kind of how I want to be known for. I want to be known as the girl who wears comfy clothes. But then as soon as you see her on a runway, you're like, what the fuck did she just do?
Yeah.
Did she just transform?
Is a dichotomy of relaxed and on top of business.
Yeah. That's the exact dichotomy that I want in my life. All right, we're gonna switch gears, and we had two choices on the next topic, and I really just want to talk about Rihanna being back in the studio. Like
Yeah,
that.
look, I saw the topics. I was like, Tyra Banks, whatever. I don't care about you. I
I
saw
love
that
Tyra Banks,
Rihanna
but
being back in the in the studio. I was like, hold up, when did this news drop? How did I miss it? And now I'm back on the Rihanna needs to that album needs to come out like tomorrow.
because
I know it's not.
I know.
Tomorrow.
So the first little hint of it was she posted like day in my life, but it was like nighttime in my life. And it was like a video, and I'm looking it up but I watched it, and it was a video of her like in the recording studio at 2 a.m. And then by the time she got home, it was like get home in time to like wake my kids up. It was like crazy, insane shit. Like do interviews, have meetings at midnight. I'm like, yes, this is my dream right here. I hate anybody who wants me to do something before 2 o'clock can go fuck yourselves. I mean, not like 2 a.m., but at least 2 p.m. Like go fuck yourselves. I don't.
You.
Like it's not that I'm asleep. That's just my time.
Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm getting into the world. I'm breathing the air. I'm enjoying the sun rise. Let me be.
I think it feels like an island thing. Like, why am I wasting away the good part of the day bugging with you when I could just enjoy the weather and outside? And anyways,
yeah.
So she posted that, right? And so everybody started getting really, really excited. And then recently there's been more and more talk about her officially being back in the studio. So I think it says that ASAP Rocky reveals Rihanna is officially back in the studio. So, at first we're like, is she in the studio just like playing around? Because artists go into the studio all the time.
Yeah. Look, artists will always saying they will, especially if they have their own studio, they'll be in there playing. That's their pastime.
Mm-hmm. That's their craft.
That's their love.
Their hobbies.
That's their craft. Exactly. Yeah.
But she is back. And for those who aren't island people, I'm so sorry, but you're just going to have to suck it up because the next album has been promised to be a reggaeton kind of album.
Look, I just want some island representation. I need that feel good island music.
Mm-hmm.
You bop your head and
move your hips to the side.
Something. When you're walking on beat. Like, come on.
The funny thing is that I could not dance to save my life. And then somehow, some way, when I was in like the 8th grade, it just like clicked. And I don't have rhythm. Like that's the problem is I don't have like musicality and rhythm. So like I hear it differently in my head than it plays out. So like that fucks me. But the first moment, I'm not joking. It was like a birthday party for me or like a thing. First moment I move my hips, my mom, the most embarrassing moment of probably my life, cries out to all of my friends that are at my house and goes, "My island baby! My island baby, she finally knows how to move her hips." And I'm just like,
wow. That would have traumatized me. Hashtag just saying. I would have left that party and never come back.
She was so happy though.
But understandable because island people are distraught when you can't, and you're from the island and you can't dance.
It was like a thing for her first. Like she put me in dance classes and everything.
Oh, dance classes.
She like had to give up, and then one day it clicked for me, and she just was like in tears. But like and then Rihanna comes out for us as kids, and for us as kids, Upon the Replay.
Yeah, Upon the Replay was like, I was like, oh, like we made, like, I mean, I get it because for me, it was Sean Paul.
Yeah, it was Sean Paul for a long time.
We made it, like we were out here. I was like, damn, our music is out here, right?
Dude.
And then Rihanna. But now, like Tiny Desk had Marshall Montana on there.
Never
and
heard.
Kes. Catch the Band was on there.
Okay.
Girl, the minute I saw Masha on that thing, I said, we have arrived. Now Soca is on the world. The island is now fully solidified. We had the dance hall run for the arts and the beginning of the arts and the stuff. And now soca music is gonna make it to the next 10 years.
So we had that moment because our city had a song locked away with Adam Levine from Maroon 5.
Yes.
And they're from St. Thomas. That's why they're called our city, because it stands for Rock City. So St. Thomas is Rock City, St. John is Twin City. No, Love City, and St. Croix is Twin City. Or Love Island, Rock Island, whatever. So I thought that was like our moment, and my entire family was just so geeked. They gone, see, here, did you hear me? They gone, like my whole.
It happens. Don't worry.
We had hold on. We had like VI stuff. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. Something like that.
I think it's the one with the.
We had like VI stuff going on or whatever. Like we had hats with it. We were vibing. I felt that way about Shansia now. I love Shansia.
Hold on, Shansia?
Mm-hmm. She's Jamaican. And then I remember I felt so stupid because my friend was like, oh, is she Jamaican? I was like, not everybody who sings in soca and dancehall and reggae is Jamaican. And then I look it up and I was like,
look it up. She's, yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like, shit, she is. She is, in fact. So she has like a couple songs that have made mainstream. She has a song with Tyga. But I don't know if you can call singing with Tyga mainstream anymore. That's just
yeah, no, I don't Tyga.
But
just not.
Yeah.
Just let that.
So, but yes, I'm so excited for Rihanna to be back in the studio. I'm so excited for us to get music that represents us again.
Yes.
So I'm very happy. All right. Our last main topic is that Scarlett Johansson is prepped and rumored to be playing Poison Ivy in the Batman. Okay. See, I have two feelings. I do not, some of the shit that Scarlett Johansson has been saying recently, I've not been happy with.
I don't know that. Now that I know that, it's worse. Now it's worse. Because now I really don't want to see her.
No, I mean, like, she's just, there's like and I don't like cancel people for who don't understand or like put in this misinformation, but like there's a misinformation about showing same-sex couples in children's book that are like people like, oh, I don't want it in children's book. And I understand their like immediate feeling because like when you're part of the rainbow gang community, it's overtly sexualized. And so everybody thinks that the only reason why you're in it is for like the sex of it. In reality, you're in it because you want to start a life with that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said that and I didn't like it, but I love her as an actress. I like the things she's done. I guess the best way I could say it is I like the things that she's done and she's been in.
Okay. So I do not dislike her acting. I just think she's doing stuff that it shouldn't. Like, why her? Poison Ivy, they could have went with a lesser known actress that had chops also. And it would have not taken away from, because I feel like Scarlett now is like in every comic book movie.
Yeah.
Also.
That's fair.
And
like you need a break.
Not also, but you look at the thing and it's Scarlett, right? Instead of the character itself.
I get what you're saying.
And I find that Poison Ivy is a very strong build character. And I would like for that to be the main focus, and they're going to.
I mean, but Robert Pattinson is still Batman, right? In this era.
Yes, I think this is the Robert Pattinson Batman era. So
And
they
this
didn't need a
just-
name. They didn't need a name for the. He will pull the people. Like
Mhm.
he will pull the
I get
not
what you're
comic book people, right?
but I haven't seen the Batman. I'm not a huge Robert Pattinson fan. He's growing on me. He's been growing on me.
But he's been acting he's gotten better. See,
He's
he
gotten
left those
so much
Twilight
better.
years.
And I
He
couldn't.
left that Twilight years and
But he
have
did
worked his way, like acting wise, a
Yeah.
lot better. He's like, there's like a real growth.
Yeah. I think for me, I was never a DC fan.
Yeah, I can see that though.
And so like how many fucking ways? I guess that's probably how people feel about X-Men. And I'm like,
Yes.
give me every X-Men rendition ever. And
it just depends on where you fall in the comic book world, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I've never read Marvels. I knew DC first, right? Next to just Spider-Man, but I didn't know Spider-Man was Marvel. I just knew
it as Spider-Man. Yeah,
right?
Me too.
I knew DC first because they, DC Superman, they put DC Batman on every freaking thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so that's, okay, so I'm part of the DC community. But I don't care about DC live action.
They just don't do it well. But see, the problem is like Christian Bale's?
Yes.
His Batman is fucking fantastic.
Yeah. But they also have the issue with their animation movies.
They're so good.
Are so good that nothing they put on screen on live action is like giving that crazy that goes on in the DC animation. Like it's really wild.
Yeah, I think for me, DC doesn't. Okay,
and it takes itself too seriously.
Yes, so that it does, and then you have Zack Snyder, who wants everything to be dark and moody. And don't get me wrong, I love Zack Snyder as a director. I don't think that dark and moody for the Batman maybe, but like a dark and moody Superman was just really weird. I did watch it because I don't like the DCCU at all, but I did like a whole DCCU binge once, and I was like, meh. And Zack Snyder's also so convoluted and heavy. And like, why do these movies have to be so long for no fucking reason? The Watchmen. Why does The Watchmen have to be 3 fucking hours? For no reason.
I watched it though. I watched it, and when I watched it once. That's it. I watched it. Go back.
No, I watched it twice. Once when I was a teenager, and then once when I did the DCCU binge. And I will tell you that it is great in the last 30 fucking minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
But the other 2.5 fucking hours of this movie,
they could have a lot of stuff. I understand they were trying to do some stuff that the comics do, but they also understand that you can't. You got to be more choosy with what you're putting out and make it cohesive.
And that is however you feel about Joss Whedon did a good job of initiating the cohesiveness of the MCU.
Yeah.
And but here's the thing.
You want to kick him in the face, but
I do. He makes me so angry because Joss Whedon is he's a fucking genius. And for females specifically, he has created so many. I'm like about to cry because it makes me so upset. Joss Whedon has created so many fantastic, powerful, dynamic female like protagonists in his shows and his movies and everything. And like, it makes me so sad to know that he is this abhorrent human being. And I don't think that he's a terrible human or he's evil. I think he just got sucked up in all the other shit that all these other men got sucked up in. And then they spit out a monster like Hollywood always spits out monsters.
Yes.
Like, but he knew how, because he came from television background, he knew how to build that backing and that following. I mean, Josh Whedon has Firefly, which is a 1-season thing that people still talk about to this day.
Look, they're talking about the Firefly being revamped, and
they're doing it as a cartoon.
Yeah, and I'm like, say what?
Yeah, but like,
when is it falling? Because I'm sad.
Tell me more. It's there's
but
so
then
many.
Then I was like, oh wait, who's in it? Like, I get so excited, and then I go, wait, who's in?
But you know, it's so hard because I'm not giving like Josh Whedon. I'm not letting him off the hook. But it is so hard when we judge people in 2026 for what was acceptable in 1998. And those people, and some people really don't grow and change. And like, I hate that. But anyways, I think the biggest thing, and maybe this is why they're looking for Scarlett Johansson, and maybe she has a different following, and I think they're trying to pick up on Marvel's following to see.
I get that.
But the thing about her that I hope she brings is that DCCU has a really hard, and that's because if you study, and I don't study the comic books, like I wasn't a big comic book reader, I watched a lot of the stuff, but if you pay attention, this is a note that everybody says, DCCU has like superheroes that you can't relate to that are just like crazy powerful, and Marvel is all about relatability.
Yeah, even the high-powered ones.
Yeah,
like when Thor became a regular dude, chucking thing, gaining weight, sitting on the couch, watching TV, video games.
They have like the most powerful gods and even in the first Thor, right? When he basically gets outcasted because he's an egotistical asshole and he has to live in the real world and figure out his way into getting his power. Like, that is such a relatable story. And then you have Superman, who's just born amazing.
Yeah. Who's just super.
And their most relatable character is Batman. Which is hard to say because Batman is a fucking billionaire.
That man is a billionaire who doesn't do shit but beat regular guys up. Yeah.
He doesn't do nothing. He doesn't do nothing but beat up people. And somehow, some way, he ends up being...
But there's a Poison Ivy seems to be for me, the more relatable person.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the closest to the human ish situation that we got going.
Honestly, if you think about it, Batman sucks, Superman sucks, but then Wonder Woman sucks. I'm sorry, they just all suck. They're great characters, but when you start looking at like Harley Quinn, whose backstory is beautiful, and she's this woman who was so powerful and successful and got a degree in psychology and gets turned into a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
Or Catwoman. Catwoman is such a diverse character because she's not a villain. She's an anti-hero.
Yeah. And they get nothing. We get a 6th reinvention of Batman.
If we could redo the Catwoman, please. Actually, what I would, and you know what? This is why like the like Harley Quinn spinoffs did pretty well, but I wish that they would play off of the Harley Quinn. I would love to see a movie with Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy together.
That bantering would be that I would sit down just for the banter, just for them sniping at each other.
like Harley and Poison being, Harley and Ivy being best fucking friends and doing terrible shit together, and Catwoman being like, all right, I'm gonna be in this one, but then being like, you guys are fucking insane, and then dipping.
Yeah.
Like, it would everything.
And having to come rescue them out of the shenanigans.
Out of the dumb So fun story. So me and my best friends, we all of us had created Batman characters. This is going to be hilarious because I told you what kind of person I am. So you could guess which woman I got. Definitely got Catwoman. And then my 2 other friends who were younger than me, they got Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. And the way that I, in real life, am still like, fucking save these two hoes from doing dumb shit. Or when we would go out to parties and they're like all getting crazy and then I'm in the corner like, fuck, I can't. These dumb bitches are talking to random men now. I gotta go make sure that these
gotta go in the middle. Yeah.
Gotta make sure these random men, and they're so tiny. Gotta make sure these random men don't take my tiny humans.
Don't sweep them away with one.
So I think that I think it could be really good because Scarlett Johansson does represent like sex appeal in Hollywood.
Yeah, that is. They do.
I mean, she does. And, you know, her coming off of Black Widow, it makes sense for her to have, you know, the auburn, orange, red hair, right? Like it fits. We know it looks good on her. We know it looks good on her face. We know she has the physicality to play Poison Ivy.
Yes, and so you do need it though. You can't, as much as people think, you can't have a stiff Poison Ivy. She needs to be very much nimble, loose, because she also represents trees and
plant life.
And plant life. And that's, you know, and the ivy literally is like a slithering. So yeah, if she's stiff and just like face standing and can't move, can't be physical, then yeah, then I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. I'll be angry. So and then yeah, no.
I mean, I get it. Like I will say that I am, because again, I like most of the movies that Scarlett Johansson is in. I wanted to see the most recent Jurassic World movie simply because she was in it. I'm going to be honest. Like, I mean, the same way about Zendaya, right? I'll go to almost any movie Zendaya's in. I don't really care about the fucking Odyssey. But I want to see the Odyssey because for the 15, like, there's only one movie I don't want to see that Zendaya is in, and that's Dune. It's too, I don't know.
She said, look, that's too long. I'll just watch the pieces on YouTube where she's in
it. Like, and she's not even in it that much. So like, I'm good. Just give me the little clips. But I think
she's going to be in the second one came out. Did the second one
The third one is out. The third one comes.
The third one is coming
out.
The
third one is coming out. Yeah.
You can see how behind I am with certain movies. Like, I'm like, the second one. The third one?
The third one is coming out.
The third one is coming out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do a recap somewhere on the interwebs.
just catch me up on all the parts that she's in. And I'm good.
Yeah, and then we'll be good because there's no way I'm sitting through a next 3-hour movie.
No, no, thank you. I mean this so respectfully to the menfolk. Like everybody's hearing me say, I mean this so respectfully to the menfolk. I truly do not like most dystopian books written by men. That's what I'm saying. On that note,
I'm piecing that. I'm trying to find where and how, but that's a conversation for the next time.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say Ready Player One is probably one of my favorite dystopian kind of things written by a man. And I think that, I can't remember who the author of it is, but I think that he did a really good job of characterization, not exploiting the female characters. Like his female character is very a normal human being. She's not like this super great Greek goddess. She's like this girl who doesn't change much about what she looks in her virtual reality person. And she's so like anti-virtual reality and she backs away from them at first because she wants to save the earth. Like it's way more different than you would get in most.
Okay. I might give it a try then.
Don't watch the movie. Read the book. Don't watch them. Listen to me very carefully. Don't you?
I like how you went break.
Do not watch this movie. If you watch the movie before you read this book, because you're gonna read the book and then watch
and
the
then
movie.
hate the movie. Okay, no, but I'll put the book. I'm sure I could find it on audio. I could when I'm doing something.
Yeah, it's definitely on audio.
And listen to it. Maybe after I finish my 165 arcs.
Yeah, girl. And on that note, let's get into our main topic.
I'm dead.
This episode of Basically Unbothered is brought to you by Sister Scent's Candle Co. If you're the kind of person who wants your home to smell like a haunted library, an enchanted forest, an ancient cathedral, or the coziest autumn evening imaginable, you're going to love this. Sister Sense Candle is a woman-owned Michigan fragrance studio handcrafting soy candles, perfume oils, incense, and home fragrances inspired by folklore, gothic romance, and the beauty of the natural world. Every product is made with small batches with clean burning soy wax, phthalate free fragrance oils, and thoughtfully chosen ingredients to make scents that make everyday life feel just a little more magical. Whether you're setting the mood for your next reading session, writing your novel, or simply winding down after a long day, there's a scent waiting for you. You can shop online or find Sister Scents Candle Co. at markets, festivals, and workshops across Michigan. Be sure to check them out and tell them Basically Unbothered sent you. All right, we're going to get into our main topic, talking about books and book things. So both of us are in the book world. There's a little bit of crossover between us because you read books and I read books, and but I'm also an author. And there's been this big discourse going on recently because
It's been many. Trent
it's
has
been
been on fire. Trent has been on fire for 2 weeks now. And I needed to stop for a second so I could breathe. Because I can't.
Hold on, let me just show you. Okay, so what you guys don't know is that, and I don't follow a lot of, so people, there's so many people who are in the book sphere and they can quote and name all of these eloquent authors and blah, 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 and the dramas, and I don't give a shit. Like, I don't mean it in a mean way. Like, if you're not,
it's too much. Yeah.
It's too much. If you're not coming across my radar, and if someone puts it on my radar, that's different. But like, you know how there's singers and I always thought about this. There's singers and there's actors and the directors, and they can name everybody in the game. And I always thought about me, and everybody's going to be pissed off because I'm going to be like, who? I'm going to be Mariah Carey. When I can't remember who they asked her about, but when they asked her about like a singer, and she's like, who is that? That's me. Sorry. So sorry. I'm doing 17 fucking thousand things and I'm enjoying my life. I don't have time to keep up with who's doing what. But it does come across my feed sometimes, you know, these things, because Bookstagram comes up, Book Talk comes up. And so there's this conversation, which I've been talking about for a while now, on and off, but it's really big because I guess someone asked for $1,000 for an indie author review.
This pasty dude that he keeps saying that people say he looks like the Josh from in one of those, you know, that book that's really popular with the crazy covers, like with us, like
Hunger Games.
No. I'm gonna find it for you, but it's like one of those popular spicy, I think it's a spicy type romance.
Not Hunting Adeline.
Hope not, because I've heard terrible things about that, and I am bit a 60 length pole feet. Keep that book away from me. You read it? Mm-hmm. You read it?
It was my this is how fucked up this is. It was my intro into dark romance. No lie.
That was your intro to dark romance. I read the synopsis and I watched someone like dissect it, like someone like I trust, like to like who actually does media stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, this book is not. I'm not even gonna pretend to put it in my TBR. So no, yeah, but yeah. So the thing is, he put out a video talking about how he would ask indie authors. I think it was indie authors. So the video got taken down, but so I couldn't find it. I guess I don't know if it's someone must have it because people save everything these days. But he would ask them because of his popularity or whatever, he would ask them for like $1,000 to review their stuff and then send them the review and then see if they approve of it or not, he'll post it. or something like that. And I'm like, wait, what? And then and it got worse.
Okay.
That's just the top layer. The other layer of that is that he takes books from authors that he then reviews, whatever, and he signs them and sells them. And he takes books from other people and signs the books like he was a part of the structuring make of this book. Puts it out there. And I was like, have we lost our mind in the book world? Like we've now become we've jumped the shark.
I just want to show you.
TV, if you know TV lingos.
Yeah.
And I'm aging myself here, but we've jumped the shark. Okay.
I literally want to show you this. So it's funny because let me see if I can go in my messages. So my request. This is from yesterday. No, that's not the right one. I'm trying to find one. Usually they're in my comments.
In daylight? Not even in the DMs?
Okay, wait. DM from July 28th. Hey, Blake, I hope you're doing amazing. I recently found your book and would absolutely love to review it on my social media platform. My audience enjoys discovering new reads, and I think your book would be a great fit. Shall we collaborate? Looking forward to your reply. Best regards, Bookstagram Girl. So she has 52,000 followers. And I did not respond to her because I'm saying this because I'm not a big author in this sphere, right? And I really want to bring attention to this to all my fellow indie authors. Do not fucking do this. I didn't respond to her because I have so many, and I think they're in general, of people messaging me, or even on my comments, hey, send me this post and I'll post it for you. Send me this book. Oh, I know people who really love this book. And I literally respond to them now. I'm like, how much money? How much money do you want? How much money are we trying to do? It's like insane how many people slide into my DMs specifically asking, and they must be in like my requests and I delete them, specifically asking to review my book for money. I've also had someone slide into not even my DM, my fucking emails, asking me, saying, hey, I have this book. And here's a part that annoys you. When you're an indie author, you don't get a lot of clout. People don't read your books. Like let me see if I think on KDP right now, I've sold one book this month. Like, and I'm going to be so fucking for real because I feel like people were not so fucking for real for me when I got up in the game, and everybody made it seem like you could become an indie author and a book talker in a month, right? No.
Yeah.
Let me absolutely fuck
it doesn't work like that, especially not to do this, but if you look like us.
Yeah. No, and you know what? I didn't want to do it. And I do market it I market myself as an Afro-Caribbean author. I do not market my book as a Black book or whatever. Not often. Sometimes I will, but because I want it to just be work.
Yeah.
And also because when I market my book as a Black book, people think that it's going to be urban.
See, and that's annoying because there's also white, like urban is not Black because there's urban white author books, like a lot.
It's just like, and then there's two things, because urban fantasy actually just means, which is very frustrating because urban fantasy is not what urban fantasy means. People are using it wrong. Urban fantasy is more like magical realism.
Yes, that's what I thought urban fantasy. And then I realized they made magical realism and urban fantasy now
separate.
Feels like a whole new different genre again.
And it's stupid because urban fantasy is technically, the term urban is not meant, it was originally meant to be a marketing term for like urban romance. Was supposed to be a marketing term other than saying Black romance, to give you kind of an idea that it's going to be a little bit more urban city like thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like city, gritty,
those type of things.
Yeah.
And so when you say urban fantasy, my immediate thought is, oh, this is a fantasy in the hood. And that's not like a bad thing.
No, because hand me that book. I would like to read.
People would.
I just did read a kind of hood.
People would love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but or maybe I
Like
don't know.
some magical stuff in New York City streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What people do when
In
they say urban
Brooklyn.
fantasy, they really just mean magical realism. And they're like,
Yeah.
and I hate watching, again, the erasure of our culture, because like urban romance was meant to be like our Black romances that were a little bit grittier. The guys were a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody got shot at least once.
At least twice. At
Yeah.
least twice.
And I've never been a big fan of urban romances. And so when people send me their books now for the bookstore and it says urban fantasy, I'm like, no, that's not my, that's not my vibe or whatever. And then I looked up one and I'm like, oh, this bitch is just magical realism. Like, just say that.
Yeah.
But I don't mark it that way, because when people do that, they automatically assume that if I say, oh yeah, my book is, written by a Black person, they're like, oh, it's going to be in the city and it's going to be this and it's going to be that and it's going to be written this way. And I'm like, no, see, and that's where this, like, the Afro-Caribbean part comes from me. It's like, no, actually, it's not going to be anything that you would have normally expected me to do, because I was kind of raised in a different culture. So it's actually going to be,
yeah.
It's actually going to showcase more of my, because we talked about this on your show about, like, there is no way I could be ghetto in my household. No way.
To do what?
What do you mean?
To lose your limbs. To not be able to sit properly for
like my parents want like spankers, but like to lose my freedom. Like, freedom was a big thing for me, and it still is.
Yes.
So I'm about to watch MTV, even though my parents told me not to not get TV for the rest of the week. That's dumb. I gotta watch Sailor Moon and Rurouni Kenshin and Digimon and shit.
Look,
like,
all you get is your bed.
No, my mom used to take books from me. I need you to understand.
That's sad. Because they will think whatever you are the most interested in, they will think.
Yeah, they don't care if it's enriching.
Exactly. No, you like reading, it makes you happy.
Side note, I was one of the only kids who had to do those like CD summer games to keep me up, so that when I went to school in the summer, I didn't lose any of my. I mean, I'm appreciative enough now, but like, I just really need you guys to understand why me writing anything urban would just never come off. It would never be.
It's not a lived. It's not something that naturally. So you have to do a lot more research.
Yeah,
a lot more asking questions, and for that to be your first book writing,
no, thank you.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
But yeah, so like, there's not a lot of space in this sphere for us to exist in general, especially when you have this color, especially when you don't write in a genre or a writer's tone or, cadence that people come to expect for people of this color to write in. And so when someone sends you something and they're like, I would love to review your book, you get so excited, right? Like, if you feel like, holy fuck, all of this stupid TikTok dancing and marketing and showing my video and all of this stuff that I've done has finally paid off. Yeah. And you get this feeling of euphoria. You get this feeling of being seen, which is so hard for an indie author. And then all the fucking sudden they're like, yeah, so I'm trying to find one. I have to find one because the fee is insane.
Yeah, the prices I've like,
now, I've never seen 1,000.
When that man said 1,000, I would say, you people gave you 1,000? I need to make reviewing a marketable business for me then, because it's impossible. That
it's so insane.
I was like, and the thing is, coming from an ARC reader, because that's how I got into reviewing. I got into reviewing because I'm broke. Okay? And I still love to read new books and read the books. Look, don't let that bookshelf. That's before I got broke. Okay? Yeah. These are trophies of earlier life.
Let me tell you, I've had to recollect my books 3 times because when I was in college, I had to sell them to eat.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that broke yet. that I have to sell my books.
No, they don't even take them anymore. It's not even a thing anymore.
It doesn't make, because it doesn't make you. But the only way you do that is now you have to sell them yourself, like on a site like Pango or Vinted, to get some cash. Because getting to that secondhand bookstore,
something like you can't just sell your like rotten copy of Twilight and think people are going to give you money.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore. No. So I got into it because I realized that I was behind on the, like, who was writing and what was coming out. Because it took me a while to get back to reading, right?
Me too.
And then it took a whole burnout to realize that I've missed reading. Because I wasn't doing stuff for me. And reading was something I did for me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get back into this reading thing, and I will be intentional on what I'm reading also. Because I realized when I looked in my cupboard, there was not a lot of people who looked like me. And I was like, we got to make a real change, because I was like, I listen to podcasts and all of these things, and none of the people are representing any aspects of my existence. No, like curly thingy hairs, no brown, no Caribbean, no like Caribbean immigrant. None of those things was represented. And I'm like, I am just consuming, and nothing is wrong with a lot of books, because even when I was just reading whatever I got my hands on, I was still very much picky about what I read, because I like me a good fantasy with strong female leads. If they have a sword, you already won. You know what I mean? You already have me. The story needs to be terrible for me to hate it, right?
Gosh, have I sent you e-copies of my book? Remind me to do that.
So I was like, okay, so I take the time to center myself in the books I'm looking. So I'm like, but how am I going to get these books? Because I can't afford to buy every new book coming out. And then somewhere Instagram was hearing, they listen to everything.
They listen to everything.
I started getting feeds of authors and them looking for people to read and review their books. And I'm like, I read. I can write. I'm going to do this. And literally, that's how I got into reviewing. And it's been a joy, because it's also expanded my reading palette. I didn't read a lot of romance at all.
I didn't either.
And now Carmen Lee can stick her books
right up the vein,
straight in my face. I was like, how did I go from that fantasy? But it's because I didn't see a lot of myself in those romance books.
Yeah, you know what?
I couldn't just, I read them, but I wasn't like, okay, like two white people,
Yeah.
And you don't get the struggles of, not all the struggles are interchangeable when it comes to that. Right. And I grew up like reading Harlequins that I shouldn't have. And I was like, if this is romance rewriting and no one like me is on it, I don't want it.
You know what? I will say that romance has definitely evolved from those 5x8 trade copies with the girl on a mountain and the man off.
And they're half fainting and the guy holding them.
Yeah, they have. But like, I agree with you. ARC. Like when I got into, I don't do a lot of ARC reading because
you're doing also a lot of other stuff.
I'm doing so many other things, and I'm so critical about storytelling.
See,
I'm so like that'll tell you. I mean, my books are not by nowhere near perfect, but that tells you. I don't even want to tell you how many like reviews of my book I do to make sure that the storytelling in this book, I will rewrite whole parts. I'll be like, nope, I will read it again. Nope, this doesn't match. This needs to be fit. Like storytelling is such a big for me. And so when that's lacking, and I don't get like, I don't mean this in a mean way. When you start reading ARC and beta copies, you start at the bottom and you get to work your way up to the top. I need to be somewhere in the middle. So I'm starting to find the middle.
I've been lucky because also, again, I'm intentional. I don't grab everything.
That's like, probably my
whatever
problem.
Is out, I'll be like, no, I'm intentional. If I follow, when I see they have the ARC thing, I follow them. If I see, I check if I'm following them. If I'm not following them, why?
Yeah.
Because that's also a thing. But then also I go down to see like in their thing and then I read the synopsis a little bit because I don't want to read a lot because I don't want to go
ruin it.
Yeah. So I read a little bit of synopsis and if the main story parts intrigue me, if you can intrigue me with the first 4 sentences before I get into the whole synopsis thing, I'm already ready to read your book. I hate to say, I'm not a vibe reader.
I'm a vibe reader.
But if I can look past certain things, if the book has me engrossed in it.
Yes.
And if you cannot engross me by chapter 3.
If I don't want to know more, and I'll push it. I'm usually by like page 90. If I get to page 90 and nothing has progressed in this fucking book, and I don't want to read another page, but yes, I want to. I'm kind of the same way. But so as an ARC reader, you get those copies for free, essentially, so that you can review.
Yeah, so I can read. Yes, and review, and I get them. The thing is, on one side is because I'm in also the crochet world where you also have that type of situation where the crocheters make patterns and then they put out a pattern call to do a pattern test, right? It's kind of the same in this kind of the same type of give and take. You get a free pattern and you test it and thing. Is where the lines get iffy is when the author of both is starting to demand things for something I'm doing for free. Okay? If you're giving me 60 million deadlines and you got to post this, that, and this and that, and the book is not good?
Here's the problem. So that, so paying for a review is, to me, absurd. I don't even believe that you should pay to be considered for an award. I truly don't.
Wait, what?
No. Like, there's application fees. For anybody to be considered for an award, you have to pay an application fee. 9 times out of 10. I don't agree with this. And depending on the award or whatever, I don't agree with it at all. I don't understand why I have to pay for you to review my book, for you to decide. Like, it feels like an elitist thing, blocking people who don't have the money to submit it. But on the counter side of it, a lot of authors don't understand that when you can write, and I think we've talked about how like there's writing and you could just write for you and then you never publish it and that's for you. When you write and you make the decision that you want to publish it for public consumption, you are turning it into a business, which means that you then have to operate and however you want your business to operate as a business. That is important. A lot of authors don't understand that. So they create these demands that do not exist. So when you start a business, you must understand how businesses around you function. And you can say, okay, I have to this is just basic business, like 101, right? Look at what's around you. Look at what you want to compete with. Okay, I need to meet some of these standards. Some of these things I can change, but people are going to expect me to be at this level, right? You cannot create crazy demands for someone to review your work for free. It's just not like my ARC readers for Phoenix War was in last December, right? Out of all the people that signed up, 3 people finished. Does it suck? Because everybody's like, oh, you can get so many ARC readers, and maybe I don't put enough effort into finding ARC readers. I don't like selling my book to people. Do you want to be an ARC reader or not? Like, here's a synopsis. Do you want to be an ARC reader or not? I'm not gonna get into tropes. I'm not gonna get into all this. Either you want to do it or don't. That being said, I have 3 fantastic, amazing people who really, truly believe in my story, think it's amazing, think it should be out, big published. They finished my books. Some of the reviews, all 3 of the reviews on Goodreads, some of the reviews didn't get on Amazon because Amazon was being iffy, and I have not even.
Amazon has been playing lately with
Amazon
those
was playing with them, and I didn't even message them like, "Hey, can you guys double check?" Like, I don't care. They posted about it. 2 of them are in my whatever the people that support you and share your stuff street team. 2 people are in my street team or whatever. I love them. The other one, I share her shit on social media all the time. I don't have any crazy expectations. If you can finish my book, I will love it. I can't force you to do it. I can do things like I'll create check-ins for myself. So I'll message people, be like, hey, how are we doing? Where are we at? What are we liking? What are we not liking? Things like that. I can't make people finish it. I can't make people post about it. And you're right, because I've tried to apply for some ARCs and they're like, I need your social, your other social, your social security card. What is your political belief?
I just opened up one of them and I was like, am I applying for a job?
Yes.
Because are you paying me then? Because this is a job application now. The amount of things you're asking me to fill in and the amount of things you're asking me to do, and then expecting, because I am not I'm going to get in front of the camera and do all of the fancy review stuff. That's for people. And my friends are like, you are funny. You should do it. People will like it. And I'm like, but I don't like people. And I don't like have to put my face on all of that. I just want to read and review. So I make graphics.
I love that.
I review. I make a little graphic.
Yeah.
And then I write the review. And then sometimes I put it in a video form and it just plays. Or sometimes I just make little photos and then I put them behind each other. And if it's a spoiler thing, I make a graphic with spoiler. I take my time with these things. Okay. These things cost me hours of my day.
Which
sometimes.
Is for me better, because the amount of time it takes for me to do like a video review of a book is 5 minutes.
This takes me, I literally have my book is right here because I have a bunch of ARCs to do. So I have my book. I have all the things that I have to do, that I'm doing to make sure I have these things ready. So when I finish read a book, I have them, I could just copy paste the review I write in the Word document and I put it in the Canva thingy and then I can print it out and then put it on socials. And then I put it on all my socials. And because I take ARC reviewing seriously, because I know writing is a hard job, right? I take my ARC seriously. I have Goodreads because a lot of, even though
I'm not a big Goodreads person, but it's there.
I don't like it. But a lot of indie authors rely on Amazon and Goodreads. So to support my people, I still have Goodreads. I still have the Amazon reviewing thing. I have Storygraph. That's my main. That's the one I like using because it gives me what I need. It satisfies my my niche.
It scratches your itch.
Yeah, correct. I have Pagebound because
never heard of this.
It's also a new thingy, and I was like, it's a next thing I could check off when I'm getting ARCs. Here, I put it there also. I'm also on Fable.
That's my favorite
because I have friends who wanted to do book club, and they were like, come to Fable, you could do the book club thing. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, it's the next thing I could tell authors that I leave review on. So I have now a list of things that I leave review on. It's a Threads, Instagram, Storygraph, Goodreads, Fable, Pagebound. And then I still have Blue Sky. And I'm like, the amount of effort I put out makes me feel good for asking for a free, but I'm not asking, but I'm like applying for a free copy to read, right? And when I'm applying for that free copy and it says it's close to being done, you might see maybe some typo stuff.
Ooh, my arcs have so many typos.
And I'm like, okay, I could do that because my people are like, oh, there's so many typos. My brain does not see them.
No, me neither. That's why I missed them.
Exactly.
That's why I missed them in my own
brain
writing.
fills out the words. I realized, when I realized that as I was writing one of my biggest theses, and then I had someone reread it for me, and they're like, "Girl, have you reread this?" I'm like, "Yeah, 5 times." It's still like, do you know how many typos you got going on in here?
The thing
And
is,
I'm
like,
like,
the human brain doesn't even pick up typos. The human brain is essentially filling in words. So, like, if you're looking at something analytically, that's different. But your normal human brain, unless it's such a weird, like, quirk, or if your brain just decided to dial on in that moment, doesn't naturally pick up typos because you're just reading to read, and the words, like, what are those things they show you on like social media where if you just have the first word and the second word and the word in the middle?
I could read that
easily,
fluently. Ask me to read a typo thingy.
Yeah, no,
like,
but you know
typo
what?
where? They'll be like, there's 6 here. I'm like, point them out to me, because if the word if that red squiggle is not under the word in the Word document,
I
won't see it.
It doesn't exist to me. I'm so sorry. But you know what? I think you bring up a good point that there is damage on both sides, right? Like, people asking to be paid for reviews are fucked.
It's crazy.
It's like, I really
like, if you're a content creator, let's say, even if you're a content creator and you're looking to collab with your favorite author,
that should be
different.
But no,
right?
It still should be free. Like, the only way for us, okay, if you pay attention to old school content creators, right?
Yes.
The way that they came up was by doing collabs and other people's videos and shit.
Yeah.
They didn't pay each other to be in each other's videos.
An equal opportunity.
You bring your network over here, I bring my network over here, and hopefully people somewhere in this middle ground will follow the both of, we'll both gain followers from it. Collabs were never meant to be something that you pay for. And like, that's the shit that pisses me off as a content creator, as an indie author, as a bookstore owner. We're all in this shit together. Like, first of all, we're all in this shit together. The reader author relationship is sacred.
Yes, but
it's
socials
sacred.
have made that line, I don't even want to say blurred. It's like, it's fake. It's even not, it's almost non-existent anymore. And that's,
it's made it where it becomes, I mean, we have the issues with like parasocial relationships, but everybody wants their come up. And I get it. Trust me. I close my eyes at night when the depressies hit and I'm feeling like I'm not good enough for the day. Like last night, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm just not good enough. And I know it's the depressies hitting, right? And I'm like, man, if I could just wake up and one video just explodes, right?
Right.
But that's just not the case. And everybody manifests differently. And I've been learning this about my own manifestation. I have to manifest by doing the work.
Yeah.
And that's how I get everything.
The time. Yeah.
If I put the work in, if I do all this stuff, if I do all the education and everything, it'll happen. It is hard sometimes because you do want it to wake up and it be hit. But I'm learning now that the most important thing that we do is that we constantly just make those small steps. And that's what collabing is making those small steps. The first person who I sent my free book to put it on another person's radar, who put it on another person's radar. It's how I got here, right?
Correct.
That's the same way with my podcast. Even with us being on this podcast right now, right? I posted onto Threads, you responded, I got on your podcast, you're on my podcast, and it might bounce back and forth all the fucking time now.
I'm dead.
Indie authors are out here building worlds, breaking rules, and telling stories you won't find on the bestsellers list. And not only can indie authors do it just as good as published authors, but they can often do it better. On Indie Ink Podcast, we interview indie authors every month about their books, their process, and what keeps them going when no one's watching.
One of the best pieces of advice I received, once you start getting negative reviews, it means that your book is reaching outside of your target audience. And when she said that, I thought that was such a wonderful way to look at it.
Jean-Paul Sartre, he's French, with No Exit says that hell is other people. Like, to be in hell is to be like with other people. The thesis of this book, or like what I thought about when I thought about like what would be like the ultimate hell for me personally.
If you love stories behind the stories, this podcast is for you. Check out Indie Ink Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. To bring this all in, because we have to bring it all in, what as a reader, as a reviewer, what do you want for authors to know?
For me is I understand that life as art is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can ask.
Mm-hmm.
I demanding puts me off.
Mm-hmm.
That also puts me in a more anxious mood to read your book.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm not in the right frame of
it changes how you
being, it changes the experience of me reading your book.
Mm-hmm.
Now your book has become a task.
Instead of something that's fun.
Instead of something that I wanted to do for the love of the idea of the story or the trope or whatever got me interested in your book in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's become now a task, a job that I'm putting energy in. But now I can't even say if I really like the book or love the story because I need it done in such a time that now I'm just reading. I'm just reading to get it done so the review can be out and just get it out of my
be over with
thing.
it and don't have to deal with.
Yeah, and don't have to deal with it. Don't have to see a next email. Don't have to read nothing. And so I now I have a couple of people that I'm not going to reread there. I'm not going to go for the second book in the arc thing because I was so stressed with all the little things that the timings and you got a window of 2 weeks. And I'm like, I have a life also.
Yeah, I think that the 2-week window is crazy, but
I have a life also.
Yeah. I got a job. I
gotta get outside. I have hobbies that I tend to want to do, and I can't have a book or an ebook in my hand all the time. And now I relegate. The thing is, now I relegate you to text to speech. Okay, because now I relegate you to text to speech because it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Right. So and now what you got? Some robot voice? Well, at least I found a text-to-speech voice that I can my brain accepts. That's for me. If my brain doesn't accept the voice,
oh my God, I love text. I'm so weird. Side note, the text-to-speech on Kindle, and it's so robotic. I don't know why. I love it so fucking much.
But that could be good for a good sci-fi, right? Because then it's like
it doesn't fucking.
You are just.
It's like it takes all emotion out of it again. So I can really, and so even if the book is meh, I can get through it because it's just
and I have because I use Kobo mostly so there's like a, hold on, because it's right there. It's a specific, literally a specific text to speech that I have on Kobo that I use, and it's deeper because a lot of the voices are higher pitched, and my ears go, nope, me no like, me no like that, and you throw that out of the window.
So you would like for
I would like
for it to be like an interaction and fun again. You want to enjoy the book.
I want to enjoy. I want to give, but yes, and I want to be able to read it at the pace of whatever pace that is conducive to that time. And then I will also spend more time writing the review. I will actually take time to write the review, let it sit, read it again, and make it, prettier, wordier, whatever, make it funny if the book was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it becomes something that is time constraint and you keep getting email after email after email reminding you, then it becomes something that I read and dump.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that takes away from me actually enjoying the book. And also me giving it a review that will bring someone to your book. I feel I give it. I would use more general terms because it's a fast write. It needs to be out, so it's a fast write. The general terms.
I'm just trying to get it.
While I'm enjoying it, and if I enjoy it, and have the time to ruminate, I find my reviews are a lot more like pointier, funnier. What the hell? It's more me than just a generated text that I go, okay, it was good. I like it here. I dislike it there. It's out, right?
Yeah, I get it. I think as I'm kind of the same way. It's you in reverse. What I want from a reviewer, first of all, I'm not fucking paying you money. I just want to be clear. If you guys got anything from this fucking episode,
she said, "Look, I am broke already."
It's not even that. It's like a principle thing. Once money is exchanged, I can't trust that what you reviewed as my book to be true. And I
can see that. Yes,
I don't want you to like shoot air up my ass and tell me that I'm fucking amazing if I'm not fucking amazing. I have severe imposter syndrome, right? Like I have severe imposter. People tell me my book is amazing and I'm like, I don't know what they mean.
not I don't know what
I promise you. Someone posted on social media that my book was 5 times better than Hunger Games. I was like, she has to be lying just because I have the worst imposter syndrome. And a part of it is because of my life. And like, for instance, people be like, oh, you probably post photos on Instagram and get 100 likes. Bitch, I get 11. When I hit 20 likes, I think I've won the lottery.
The lottery?
Like I just want to be clear.
I literally got my first 1,000 views on Threads.
You feel like
by leaving a comment somewhere, and I was like, "Wow, I've made it.
I'm fucking winning.
I'm done. I don't need anything else."
But like, I'm not paying you because I need to know whether you like my book or you don't like my book. That you're doing it because that is truly how you feel, and if money is exchanged, I will never.
That's harder to. Yes.
I will never truly know that. Also, I don't believe it. I categorically, and maybe it's the island part of me. I don't know. I categorically do not believe in paying somebody to review your shit, to comment on your shit. I think that unless we're at like fucking Grammy level, the whole point of reviews is that they're meant to be organic in nature, right?
Yes.
I don't want to pay for, I don't like, even and this is the reason why I'm an indie publisher and I'm never going to not be an indie publisher because I don't even want to pay for these big people to review my books. Like, Ingram Spark has this thing where you can spend money and for people to review your books. And I'm like, no. And maybe that hinders me as an author. I don't give a fuck. Like at this point, I've realized that being an author is not going to be like, I love it and I'm going to continue doing it forever.
Not going to be but the thing is, I think you're right. Authorship, people go in, I think this is why we also got a lot of AI slop now. People think authorship is getting in. People are getting in authorship for money and fame, and not for actually being in love with the idea of writing a story and having the skill sets to write such stories.
I've had to struggle with that the most because I wrote stories because I loved it. And then I turned it into a business, and then I felt so defeated when no one loved it or no one read it. And again, it's an energy exchange. And it was such a defeating feeling. And then I had someone on the podcast who was in indie publishing, and she's like, I tell every person that comes through indie publishing that you need to have a second option. And I'm like, okay, so you know what? Now my second option is content creation and podcasting. And hopefully somewhere in between all of this shit that I'm doing and owning a bookstore, it all works out. But like, no, being an author is not going to be that thing. And that is why I'm not spending money on it. When I'm sane and the depressies aren't singing their songs in my head to me about how I'm not good enough, when I'm sane, what I want the most. And I think that is what is the saddest thing to me about my books, is that what I wanted the most was a community to share this story with. And for anyone who reads my book, for anyone who beta reads or ARC reads or whatever, I really just want this community that I can enjoy my book with. And I'm working on learning, and I want my community to be a little bit bigger than it is now. I'm not going to lie. And I do want to be successful. I'm not going to lie about that either. But I'm working on learning that the community is the biggest and the best thing. And that's what matters to me. And so as an author, what I want as an ARC reader is I want to invite another person into my community. Whether you agree with everything I did or didn't, like one of my biggest content creators who makes content for me, she did not like the age gap in my book. Fair. And this is an important thing for authors. At first, my like sensitive brain is like, fuck you and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, that's not how you handle this. Your business and your brand, and people are allowed to have their feelings. So I responded to her and I was like, I actually really understand how you feel. I added a trigger warning in my book because of her. And I said, this is the reason why. She was like, oh, I completely understand this reason why. I was thinking about it because I have a young daughter and I thought about this. And she's one of the biggest people in my community now.
But I think what people forget also is that even the people who want community, this community takes work. You gotta put in work in coming together, talking to people, not being in your feelings all the time.
You gotta look,
being able to have conversations.
Suck it the fuck up.
where if they're not being harmful in a way that is like bigotry, blah, 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 that you could have a communicative situation where some people disagree and they're disagreeing, but it has nothing to personally do with you. Right? It's something I'm still learning.
Yes. It's nothing to do with you.
Yes, is their thing. And you got to leave it with them also.
Let me tell you. So her name is Sabrina on social media. I think it's Sabrina Muse. She was probably the only beta reader I had for Phoenix War. She noticed something that I never noticed, that I use all the time. She made my book. And again, my immediate response, and this isn't about her, this is a me thing. My immediate response is, I don't do that. I reread that shit. I was like, holy Moses. I could write a book. I could fill a whole book with just how many fucking
with the ants.
And so I went through, and I'm a little sensitive about it now, but that makes me a better author. So I went through it and I changed. I'm not joking. I went through the entire book just looking for ants.
So, and finding a way to
400, 500 page book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Sabrina, I love her. She's amazing. If she's watching this, you have changed me as an author. You've made my books better. And that is what I want from an ARC reader. I don't want you to blow smoke on my ass. I don't want you to make me feel amazing. If I'm not, I want you to make me better. And I want you to make my book better. as a beta reader, as an ARC reader, because as an ARC reader, you can't change the outcome of my book for the most part, but you can change the next book I write.
Correct.
Every review that you get as an author, and this is why I'm starting to take it more serious, because I hated reviewing people, because I'm getting into reviewing now. Again, I hated reviewing indie authors because I don't like bashing them, because I'm a sensitive little bitch, and when people bash me, it hurts. But then I'm like, I'm a sensitive little bitch, but then afterwards I take it and it makes me better. As long as what you're doing as a reviewer is to make the book better, or to clarify that
ask for clarification.
Or to say, like, for instance, I finished this book, fantastic book. I'm going to send you her. She's Dominican. She speaks a lot about how Dominicans don't pay attention to the darker skinned Dominicans. But the book is called The Ordinary Bruja. It's already out. I actually have just got it for the store literally today.
She said.
So I got to record some unpacking things. But I got that out, and I made a review. I haven't posted yet, but I made a review, and it said, I think I rated her book like a 3.75. It's a fantastic book. It's for 300 pages. It's really slow. Some people love that. I don't love that. So when I reviewed it, I said, this book is fantastic. I think everybody and their mama should read this book. It's a little slow. It's a little heavy, and I don't like that in my books. If you love that in your books, you would love it. Even if you don't love it in your books, it's still worth reading. I gave my rating. Like, that's the other thing you have to realize. Your rating isn't based off of how everybody should think. It's based off of how you read, how you think, what kind of books you like.
And that's something I had to learn. Because when I started, I knew nothing about ratings. Like, I rate, but I rate also, and this is what, like, if people ask me how I rate how the book made me feel. And if the book has not made me feel anything, that means I'm lost in the story did not stick. If I'm not engrossed, even when I hate the characters and I'm engrossed, I can still give that book a 4 or a 5 star because I'm like, I couldn't stop reading. I didn't want to put it down. The story had something to give me, right? Even though I hated the main character. I read, I was so disappointed about that Sister Soldier book. Because like, people were like, oh my God, you're reading like something, blah, blah. And I got halfway through and I was like, I'm going to have to DNF this book. Before that, I barely DNF.
Let me tell you, I'm the queen of DNF now. I'm the queen of DNF, and I'm also the queen of this bitch is gonna sit on the back of my thing, and
until I get back to it someday.
I have a book right now that is a great book. It's called it's a dystopian book. It's The Last Contract of Isako. But as I've told you, I don't like convoluted books. If your book is heavy, it's not about the words. Like, words actually have feelings when you read them, right?
Yes.
When you combine words,
they are. Yes.
When you combine words that have feelings. So this one is just really heavy, and the words are longer, and they're convoluted, and the reading is slower. And that's why, like, the book that I just rated, I rated it lower, and it got a 3.75. And I was debating about 4 for so long because the way I felt was fucking amazing. But sometimes I had to push myself to finish it. And that's a me thing, though. But you're right. Like, everybody has a difference. But now I DNF a book. Like, because when you're ARC reading, when you're reading for a bookstore, you have this list of shit you have to read. I'm not about to waste my time. And then it'll also put you in a reading slump if you keep reading books you don't fucking like.
Yes.
Quickest way to ruin your reading journey is to keep reading books you don't want to read.
I start putting books aside, but I finish them after a while. Like, I'll put them, especially if I have to. Like, I feel like I want to say something about it, so let me finish it.
But yeah, all right. Thank you guys so much. There are going to be so many like side conversations and things to this episode, but I'm so excited.
Welcome to the life of 2 Caribbean women getting together.
Yeah.
That's how we live.
That is how we
10
live.
million side stories.
Wait, man, me messaging my dad like, I can already tell where this is going. I'm gonna need you to go pick up my medication for me. It's hilarious.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to, before we go, Mel, where can they find you?
Okay, yeah. So I'm on Threads in these Thread streets. Because it's feeling a bit hoodish sometimes.
It's been getting a little rough recently. The Twitter people have found us.
It's feeling a little bit boorish on Threads, but yes, I'm still loving Threads because funny people on there. I'm on Instagram and I'm on Blue Sky. And I also have a YouTube that I just used for talking to authors and just saying through. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Which Hobby Is It? And it's supposed to be me as a hobby collector because that's what I am. And showing off the different hobbies I do. But I also have imposter syndrome, people. And so it's hard to do voiceovers for videos and stuff without me losing my brains. The only thing that has been working for me is talking to people podcast-wise. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll be doing more of that. And we'll figure out the other stuff as we go. And it's ArtRogueMel, Art Rogue as in D&D, if you play D&D, you know. And Mel as in that's the first part of my name.
Art as in you draw it. Rogue as in D&D and or X-Men. Mel as in that belongs to me.
Yes, that belongs to me. Yes.
All right.
Because that's what I am. I do art in many different ways. Podcasting, but I also draw. I also make bead arts. I crochet. So it felt right to be the rogue in the art world. I consume everyone's skills.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you go follow ArtRogueMel, and we will see you next time. Bye.
I'm dead.
Gabi Gabs Podcast.